Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie, King Rastafari. This morning we're going to talk about something that's very dear to me, His Imperial Majesty. I looked at the video and to be very honest, it was one of the most accurate, or I shouldn't say most accurate, I should say the closest to accurate video about His Imperial Majesty. Someone took the time to go a little deeper than just he was the emperor and now he's the man that the Rasta praise as God. And there was a God of old, and there were people who were connected to the God of old. And as generations came and generations left, there still remain a remnant who were connected to the God of old. Now, righteousness seems to be something that we ourselves can wear as a badge on our chest if we're a particular religion. But I beg that you stop dividing spirituality as our human selves continue to divide ourselves by race, by color, and by creed. From the beginning of time, man has implemented a spiritual system. If you missed my video on if Jesus is the Messiah, I will link it in the description. Rastafari is Emperor Majesty Haile Selassie came as that king. And if your definition of a Messiah is one that dies on the cross, that had to be slaughtered for your sake, then that's on you. A Rasta Messiah doesn't have to be slaughtered and skinned on no cross for my sake. I am 100% responsible for my life. I am 100% responsible for my soul and my spirit within. And His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie came as 100% man to show that he was able to conquer. Now there are many things that can be said on the internet about His Imperial Majesty, but very few are bad things. Check it out yourself. We have some people, they throw smack in the comments. They say His Imperial Majesty is and His Imperial Majesty is that, but nothing is facts. If you can open up your heart, Google going to Ethiopia, read ancient books, and we're talking about translations from Italy, the ones who set war in Ethiopia, France, England. Look at other documentations of no bias, because if a Rasta had to make a video on His Imperial Majesty, you will find some bias. We love Farai. And if someone who doesn't like His Imperial Majesty makes a video, you tend to get a bias of saying all kind of propagandas. But there are some people who have set their entire spiritual system on Rastafari. And there are some people who stand firm in His Imperial Majesty. Because if you say to me that when you believe in your Jesus or your Allah or your Buddha, when you evoke the spirit of need, there is needs that are fulfilled in your spiritual system, I will say yes. But why is it so hard to believe that a man that come just the other day, not a picture, not a jewelry pendant to remind you, we're talking about a man whose face you can see, whose voice you can hear, whose history is right there. You don't want to go deep enough? I remind you, I searched for more and I allowed my heart to stay open. His Imperial Majesty showed me 100 times that it is I went high, I went low, and I found His Imperial Majesty. So you're gonna take some time, but I believe in you. I believe that you're mature enough to open your hearts and do actual study and research and find out that a God-man came in our generation, but we're still looking in the clouds. We're still looking to be something that we cannot be. You cannot be a child of a virgin. And me, I'm born in love. I am from that remnant. I am from the remnant from the beginning of time who has always remembered his Imperial Majesty and who has watched the generations fall and rise. I myself have risen and I myself have fallen, but every time I rise, I remember that his Imperial Majesty is the one that I called when I was down there, and he's the one that rose me up. And every time I'm down there falling, I remember that his Imperial Majesty is the one that I must call on to strengthen and deliver, and no other name. And I found myself a risen man time and time again.